Most hated man in England. London. Potential murderers actually killed Ashton.
Think of that. Crushed by a crate. The most hated man in London.
Can you imagine achieving such a title? One day my brilliance will bring me similar recognition.
Mr. Raymond, what are you talking about?
It's of no consequence. What's important is that this man was hated by many. But who delivered the fatal blow?
Why do you want such recognition? A wound to the gut, a bullet wound in the back. Interesting.
I know the man. He's hated by everyone. Surprisingly, it's not clear what killed him. I find multiple wounds. No need to send many people to jail for killing such a terrible man. What say you only arrest the single person who actually caused his death? He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
I suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
Interesting. Oh. $117.
I should go back and ask about this.
He owned this site and paid us. We all hated him because he looked for any excuse to cheat us out of our wages. I didn't hate him any more or less than my mates. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street. It's difficult to work properly. You'd have to know what you're doing to drop it at just the right moment.
The man's a right bastard. I hope he's smouldering in hell. I'm not a crane operator. I wouldn't know how to work that.
Suspicious.
Eddie? Yeah, I taught him how to work the crane a few days ago.
Oh. Okay, suspect number 1, Eddie. $113.
He's my husband. Each day I bring him the household expenses just after he eats his apple. I also brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony. The one with the special scepter. Of course, he wasn't going to take me along. I often tie up my hair around a knitting needle. What business is it of yours?
He stopped by here every day at the exact same time. He'd buy an apple and try to cheat me out of tuppence. But then most folks do that. Yeah, that sounds right. Came by for an apple. He was there when we heard the crate hit the ground.
So it's not Frank. So he was stabbed? Here?
Ashton stops in front of this pub every afternoon to check on business rumours. Something of a bastard, Ashton. Told me he had a bit of jam on the side, if you know what I mean. Wife didn't know about it. Well, the bit of jam wants out, but he won't let her. That's the sort of fellow we're speaking of.
Webley Boxer revolver.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
That was Ashton's doing. The man had it in for me. He paid workers to wreck my machines. Cost me a fortune. As long as he was around, I'd never prosper. As a matter of fact, I do carry a revolver at all times. It can be a dangerous neighborhood for a wealthy fella such as myself. This proves nothing.
Alright, I'll be back.
What's going on over there?
Not to be ingested. Chemical 1 is bluish in color and 16 minutes. Jaundice about the eyes. Extreme anesthetic effect.
I see him here every day. He can be unpleasant, but I don't really know him.
He's been coming to me for years. He arrives precisely at 1 o'clock and leaves 2 minutes later. He takes a bluish medication every day and prefers that I administer it. Mary is a trusted assistant. As far as I know, she's completely above board. Today, she swept the shop and prepared some medications. She also fetched herself an apple from the apple stand.
Ooh. How curious.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Indeed.
This really is none of your business. He came to me for his blue medication. I gave him blue medication.
Medicine bottle. Enters pub, leaves pub, stumbles.
Girl who works at the pharmacy? Yeah, she slipped me an extra threepence. She had a special apple just for Mr. Ashton. I gave him that one when he come by. Mr. Ashton did look strange like, eyes all yellowish, and then he turned pale after he bit into the apple. Almost green, really.
Bit apple. 113. Feel like it's the pharmacist who's in on it. If you know what I mean.
Quite right. I asked the apple seller to give him a special apple. Is that a crime? He was a horrid man. That's all I have to say.
It's either one of you.
I'm not that clever with poisons. It's pure luck that I'm the one that killed him.
Shit.
I don't believe the timing of the poison indicates that I'm the one killed the man. More's the pity.
Damn. Fuck.
Stop him!
That leaves Eddie, the construction worker.
Steady on.
Damn, I was hoping.
Walk on, girl. Easy does it.
Oh.
Very well. I found out about his dalliance with that girl from the pharmacy. It's not the first. Divorce is all but impossible given his influence with the clergy.
Oh, damn it. $117, so it took 16 minutes. Two minutes.
I'll be the toast of the town.
A very unpleasant fellow. But what was that business about a knighthood ceremony?
Up to the click with you.
In any case, Mr. Raymond will have a story for Purlock Publishing.
Damn. His employee, his business rival, his wife, his mistress. Poisoned, shot, stabbed. Deserved it.